can we just spend a minute enjoying life right now before I know what Dragon Ball Z is? Like, this will never be the same. We'll never be in this place again.
It's true. Like, never. The
So-
entire podcast.
Here we go.
Your
Here I
life
am.
changes today.
It changes today. I become a new, not man, probably,
What's above a man?
person.
Saiyan.
Welcome to Eric Hates Dragon Ball Z. I'm Spencer.
I'm John.
I'm Eric.
And on this Saga and Review episode, we're going to change things up a little bit, go through the 35 episodes that John and I have talked about up until this point, and explain them in a way that was just fun for us.
Yeah, we just made it up.
Like, I wish that I could put some kind of like noble goal on top of this. When we started prepping for this episode, we just decided to have as much fun as possible. And we hope that you do too, both Eric and the audience that was directed towards.
No, that was just for the audience.
Yeah, I don't think I was really involved in that.
Do you want to explain the format of what we're going to do?
Yeah, so John and I are going to summarize the story. We'll trade off. We'll go round robin style, and I'll read off a question, and then we're going to read you off multiple choice answers to each question that we ask.
Okay, I'm trying to pick what I think.
What you think as a logical, normal human being, what the closest thing to a best possible answer would be, and then
Okay.
we'll tell you the real answer in the show.
Okay. And this will kind of go through the episodes in order.
Yes,
Yeah.
roughly, yeah.
Ish. Without further ado, the episodes in review.
Okay, cool.
Because you can't say
I
no
mean-
because of the gun we had pointed at you.
Yeah.
So
If I say no, I die, so go for it.
Goku is a famous martial artist. Goku used to have a tail. It's a monkey tail. And he went on adventures with a teenage girl named Bulma, and they tried to find the Dragon Balls.
Mm.
It's been 4 years since then. They've saved the world from the evil Demon King Piccolo, and they've kind of gone their separate ways. Goku started a new life with his wife Chi-Chi,
who he beat up in a fight.
who he beat up in the World Martial Arts Tournament when he was a kid, and had a son named Gohan. They lived peacefully out in the woods. And one day, Gohan gets lost in the woods.
What does he do for a living? Can I ask questions in this?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely,
absolutely.
100%. Yes, please. So he gets some prize money from like tournaments and stuff occasionally,
okay.
but also Chi-Chi's father, his name is the Ox King, and
That's not a name.
That's his name. That's
You
his name.
can't- No, you can't have a name that is that.
and as far as I know, they're rich, right?
Okay, so
the
so
Ox-
let me
Like
get
the
this
Ox King
straight.
has a lot of treasure and stuff.
Goku is a trophy wife.
Yeah,
Yes,
kind of.
that's exactly it.
He just married rich.
He's really in
and is-
shape, and
Yeah.
and is living off. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
they
it sounds
don't-
like the ideal situation.
their house is like in the woods, and it's nice and quaint. It's not like a mansion or anything.
Oh
but-
no, yeah, like they choose to live like mere mortals,
Yeah,
Yeah.
drowning in all this wealth.
Within their means, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Right.
sure the Ox King is rich.
How does the Ox King feel about him beating up his daughter?
Kind of fine. He's
Yeah.
just sort of fine with everything.
That's
He's
really-
a very happy man.
He is.
Is that why he's so rich? Is he owns all the oxen?
Unclear.
Okay.
I think it's delved in further in Dragon Ball. That's the thing about this show that we didn't have starting out, is there's a lot of like Dragon Ball backstory that you really should know, and the show kind of
F it.
assumes you know.
We're not dealing with that crap.
So there's a lot of characters that pop up, and you're like, wait, what is their name?
Okay.
What is their point?
We'll try and fill you in as best we
Yeah.
possibly
No,
can.
I think it's gonna be about the same either way. So
All right. Yeah, one day Goku's son, Gohan, gets lost in the woods. And Goku, he finds his son. His son's about to fall off of a waterfall. And Gohan just saved himself.
falls down. Oh, okay.
It looks like he falls down in the waterfall, but then Goku hears crying, and he looks way up, and hanging on a branch way, way, way above where the waterfall exited through is his son. And
So sun can fly?
Question marks.
unclear.
Oh, okay.
Goku doesn't even know. He questions it himself before retrieving
He
Gohan
just
and going
blinked and his
home.
son was gone.
Yeah.
But now that he's found his son, he wants to show all of his friends from the previous show, Dragon Ball, that he has a kid now. So he
Okay.
brings his son on the flying Nimbus, which is literally a cloud,
A golden
a
cloud.
golden cloud that flies them, to Kame House, which is a singular house on an island
Okay.
in the middle of
The big pink house.
A lot of this is
Yeah.
ruined by the game that we played. I probably shouldn't have watched that.
It's okay.
When does the apple picking come in? Did they do that already?
Hang
No.
on. We're not there yet.
Okay. Back to the island. Is this where
Yes.
the creepy old man lives?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where
It
creepy
sure
old man
is.
lives. So Goku brings his kid there. Everybody
And
says
they're
"Whoa."
very surprised.
They are
Like, they are
extremely
shocked.
surprised.
Wow.
It's been 4 years and none of them knew
That he was married?
that he had a kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And from somewhere in space? Question mark. An orb drops down onto our planet.
A Dragon Ball.
No. A different
An
orb.
orb,
So many orbs.
That
Sorry, there's
pops
so many to keep
open.
track of.
and a man comes out and interferes with a farmer's farming of pink ostriches.
What?
And the farmer shoots the man,
Those things.
and then the man catches the bullet and shoots the farmer back with the bullet by throwing the bullet. And so then,
And kills the man?
so yes,
Uh-huh.
he's
But
just
what
dead
about
now.
all his pink ostriches?
They
and
don't
so-
have a dad anymore.
Is he called the farmer?
I actually think he might be.
He's the farmer.
Okay, but they realize you don't farm ostriches, right? Like he's not planning
We're
them
gonna
or
gloss
growing
over
them,
this
right?
part.
Okay,
and so
cool.
and so alien person gets out, taps his glasses, which he's only got.
He's got Google Glass.
He's got one Google Glass. One side Google Glass.
Okay,
he taps
he's
it.
got a pretty cool monocle. All right,
Yes.
future monocle.
Yeah.
Future monocle.
That's
That's, what he
exactly what
does.
it
He
is.
uses future monocle
So he's
to
Mr. Peanut, is what? Like,
kind of.
if Mr. Peanut was super buff and not a peanut and wore armor.
So he uses his monocle to locate
The highest power level in all the land.
on the planet.
the
that's
most
what he
powerful
came here for?
being. Yes.
Yes.
to suck their power and become more strong.
No, he's just looking for the person with the highest power level.
So he takes off and locates the person with the highest power level on the planet, who is
Goku.
Piccolo, the Demon King.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still
Shot
Piccolo, the
alive
Demon
after all
King.
this
But
time.
Goku defeated him in Dragon Ball.
He did, but he didn't kill him.
Oh, classic mistake. Double tap.
Yeah.
You got a double tap.
So he talks to Piccolo. He says, "Hey, I'm looking for this guy." He's assumed that he would be able to find Goku by looking for the highest power level. He is looking for
Goku's Saiyan name.
by his Saiyan name, which is it A, Celeria, B, Abagaro, or 3, Kakarot.
Okay, that's the name of the game. So I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
go with Kakarot.
All right. It is.
Yes, I got one.
It's one. Woo! All right.
100% batting
That's
1,000 over here. I would never have guessed that. Like, if you didn't give me multiple choice options, I would have said Saiyan.
That's why we gave you. My name is Saiyan the Saiyan.
Yeah.
It's like human the human.
Or super. Like, that's the only other like thing I had in my arsenal.
Oh my
Because I
god.
know Super Saiyan is a thing.
All right. Okay.
If I didn't know what Dragon Ball Z was and you told me that, like, I'd be on board, except for the whole farmer thing. What is ostriches, man?
Yeah, they don't have a home anymore.
Who's gonna
Yeah,
farm them?
They never come
The
up
Ox
again
King?
either. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Maybe.
Maybe this is a whole plot by the Ox King
He'll
to take
become the
over
Flamingo King.
the Flamingo King's land.
It is the next hierarchy, next level in the hierarchy.
Yeah.
Mm.
I swear you've watched the show before.
So Raditz talks to Piccolo and says, "I'm looking for Kakarot." Piccolo says, "Who?" Raditz taps his Google Glass and says, "Oh, there's another higher power level. Like, it's the second highest power level ever on this planet. I'm just going to go there. Bye."
Piccolo stops for him and he's like, "Whoa, this guy's super powerful. Holy shit."
Piccolo's talking about Raditz. Okay.
Yes, being
Yeah.
super powerful.
Yeah,
Was
like
he
scary powerful.
Why is Raditz trying to find Kakarot?
We
Oh,
don't
you're
know.
about to find out.
Oh, okay.
Because Raditz arrives on Kami Island, where Goku's been showing off his son to all his old friends, and Raditz steps down on the planet, and everybody's like, "Who's this guy?" And Raditz goes, "Kakarot, why the hell haven't you fulfilled your mission?" And Goku's like, "What are you talking about?" And Raditz goes, "You were supposed to kill all these people as soon as you got to this planet. Also, I'm your brother."
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And
a
then
flash-
also,
so Goku's the big bad.
and then a crab falls off a palm tree.
It's his favorite. It's John's favorite.
And then,
part of the
Okay,
episode.
wait a minute.
And then a
How did
wind
it get up
blows.
the palm tree?
All right, moving on.
Wait. Your favorite part of Dragon Ball Z the show?
No, just this episode.
Oh, okay.
It cuts randomly to a palm tree, and there's a crab climbing up it, and then he falls off, and then it goes back to the characters in the conversation.
What?
I don't
it's
know.
not even like an establishing shot or something.
No,
it's a completely
midway through the
cutaway
scene.
thing.
It doesn't make any
That
sense.
is so crazy.
It's so weird.
How did they spend money to make that?
I don't know. The pink flamingos were the same thing.
Same exact thing.
Okay, they've got a weird random animal thing going on.
And they
Okay.
all, most of them don't look like stuff on Earth, even though this is called Earth. So in a flashback, you find out that Goku as a baby in the show Dragon Ball, he bumps his head as a child and goes from like a really angry child to a really calm child. And the grandfather that's raising him, the old man that found him in the woods, decided to raise him, and he's like, "Oh, cool. The little kid isn't trying to kill everything now. That's nice." From then on, Goku was just nice and a good kid.
Oh, also,
But he was sitting there as a baby to destroy the whole world?
yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Apparently, when he was being raised by that grandpa, a giant monster murdered his grandpa.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So he
What a
was left
bummer.
alone, and that's when he found Bulma, and then
Yeah.
Bulma's the teenage girl that was they're going to find the Dragon Balls together. Anyway, so they're talking about this backstory, and then Raditz says, "Okay, well, this is messed up. You can join me, or I'm gonna take your son." So he takes Gohan, and there's really nothing like Goku tries to stop
Does
him.
he try and fight him?
He tries to fight him, and
But
then
he's like the strongest power on Earth, right?
Second strongest.
yeah, but
Raditz is way above him and Piccolo.
Raditz
So
like knees
Piccolo
him or
and him
something?
couldn't beat Radish.
Yeah.
Raditz.
In fact, Raditz just like taps Goku, and he's on the floor for the rest of the episode
Yeah.
and some of the next episode.
Yes.
What a punk.
Just holding his stomach. Like,
Wow.
"Ooh,
Yeah. So there's nothing
See,
anybody
that's why
can
I hate
do.
Dragon Ball Z. Is that sound that John just made? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Raditz takes Gohan and says, "You've got X amount of time. I think it's only like a day
To kill everybody on the
100
planet.
people.
Oh, that's right.
And if you kill 100 people, then I'll give you your son back, and you can come with me, and we'll be brothers and take over the universe together, because that's what our race does. We're Saiyans.
Huh.
Bye." And then he takes Gohan and leaves.
He leaves the planet?
No,
No.
he takes Gohan back to his
orb.
His orb, yeah.
that he came down
landing
onto
site.
the planet for.
And he says, I'll wait for you."
So does Goku kill 100 people?
He does, and then he turns evil, and the show's over.
Oh, okay, cool.
But on
I'm
that,
just thinking, like, there's probably a bunch of people on their deathbed that might
that
be
probably
nice.
can be okay.
Yeah.
On that island,
think there's a loophole.
there is an animal character. Which of these animals is a real character on the show?
Better be the damn crab.
Corin, the talking cat. Turtle, the talking turtle. Oolong, the talking pig. Poir, the other talking cat.
I'm so spoiled by the video game that I watched you guys play.
Because
Because I know Puar is a talking cat in the show, but they're on Turtle Island, so that one threw me for a bit. I'm going to stick with the talking cat one.
there are two talking cats.
Puar.
Poir is correct.
Yes!
But also, all of them are real characters.
Every
There's a
single
talking
one.
turtle
Yes,
Yes,
and his
Turtle
name
the
is Turtle.
talking turtle is
Turtle
also
the talking...
on Kame Island.
and
Yep.
pig. There's a pig?
Named Oolong.
And so the style of martial arts that Goku learns is called turtle style because there's that turtle.
Yeah, he's
on
part of the
Kame
Turtle
Island.
School.
The Turtle School of Fighting or
Of
whatever?
fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, fighting turtle school.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. I'm just trying to put this in. So are all animals sentient beings?
No,
No, not
because
even
the crab that fell off the tree is just a crab.
He's just a regular crab.
Okay.
And the flamingos don't have names or
Right.
voices.
But there are like
How do we know?
because there are bear people and dog people and wolf people in clothes in the cities that walk around and,
And
talk.
speak. They talk like Disney characters.
But what is the pig? What does the pig look like?
A
He
pig.
looks like a pig.
He looks like a pig.
He looks like Piglet,
So how
but
do we
fat
know
and
that crab can't talk and
Because
it's not a
doesn't-
sentient
It's not wearing
being?
clothes.
Because it's
Why?
it's
Because it's
wearing
not wearing
clothes.
It doesn't wear clothes either.
And he does, yeah. Oolong wears
the pig
clothes.
wears clothes.
Oh, what about the turtle?
Doesn't wear clothes.
No
Total-
clothes. No clothes. See what I'm saying? Okay. Wow. Okay.
Goku's busy holding his tum-tums because he got punched in the stomach
Oh,
on
poor
the
Goku.
island. Piccolo appears on the island and lands and says, "Hey, we're gonna have to like team up and stuff and fight this guy because he's super strong."
Okay, but sorry, correct me if I'm wrong. Piccolo is the evil demon king.
Yes, but he says, I don't want this guy to destroy Earth because I want to take over Earth. So
Okay.
we're going to team up and take out Raditz, and then just for this one time, and then I'm going to kill you. Not immediately after, but like at least Earth won't be destroyed.
And Goku says, "How do I know I can trust you?"
And then Piccolo says, "You can't."
And then
Classic.
Goku says, "Okay." And then they go off.
Classic. This Piccolo sounds like a pretty cool dude.
He's just a stand-up gentleman.
Yeah.
And so they fly together to get over to where Raditz's pod is because they just know where he is. They find him, and Raditz says, "Wow, you killed people fast." He thinks he must have killed 100 people. That's why he came so fast.
He didn't even like check up on his work.
He's just going to take his word for it.
It's only
his
been like
brother.
5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Their plan when attacking Raditz for the first time is, and it should have been a question, is they just run right at him. they don't like.
They actually say earlier in the episode, okay, well, we need to come up with a plan. We can't just run right at him. We got to come up with something clever. And then when they get there, they're like, run right at him?
Yeah, they run right at him.
Earth is in their hands and just could not be bothered to come up with any sort of strategy to save the entire Earth. okay?
Correct.
Including the extra lives that apparently
Oh.
sentient animals are.
Do they know about the tail?
Goku brings up to Piccolo, "I think we should grab his tail because when I was a kid, when somebody grabbed my tail, it made me limp.
Debilitating.
It was debilitating pain when somebody snagged my tail."
Goku doesn't have a tail anymore, by the way.
Yeah, tail gone. Okay.
Yes. His son still has a tail. Raditz has a tail.
What about Piccolo? Does he have a tail?
Piccolo
No.
has no tail.
He's a
that we're
green-
aware of.
He's a demon lord,
Correct.
not a Saiyan. Okay.
Right. Yes, he's a green demon. And they're going to beat him up.
Gonna
Raditz
grab his tail
They're
and
gonna grab his
push him
tail.
down at the playground.
And then Raditz teleports and punches them both.
Whoa,
And
he
then
can
they-
teleport?
No,
they-
he just moves really, really
Moves
fast.
so fast that it
Faster
looks like
than
he
the eye can
teleports,
see.
Yeah. And then he flies up in the air, and they both fly up in the air after him. And then he shoots
Wait.
what?
Sorry, they can all fly. Why does he have a cloud?
All right. And so he shoots two gigantic beams.
That was my question. It takes effort to fly, but Goku does know how.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yes.
it takes effort. It's draining.
He shoots two giant beams out of his hands.
Kamehameha.
No, Kamehameha is
Goku.
a turtle
A
school
turtle school
move.
move, that's
Krillin
right.
can
Right.
can do it. Goku can do it.
Master Roshi can do it.
Master Roshi can do it. Raditz doesn't say a name of an attack. He
He
just
just
blasts.
beams.
Oh,
Yeah.
hand beams. Okay.
Yeah, he just it just beams, and Goku completely dodges it, but Piccolo gets caught, and his arm is
Beamed
just
off.
It's just
beamed
gone.
off.
It's not even like dramatic. It's just like he doesn't have
And
it
so,
anymore.
what
Wow.
does Raditz say to gloat? Number
I
one,
cannot wait to see which ones you came up with.
behold the true might of my power. Number two, he just laughs. Number three, hey, has anyone seen my arm? You can't miss it. It's green.
Laughs?
No,
Ugh.
he says.
Is it the green one?
Has anyone seen my arm?
No.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen my arm? You can't miss it. It's green.
Yeah, he laughs
Yes.
at. I think he might laugh while he's saying that, but he does
is-
say those
yes.
words.
Okay, so Raditz isn't the best at the one-liners.
Yeah, glad you noticed that.
He's
Yeah.
got some work to do.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
What does Piccolo do? Does he?
Hey.
Okay,
That
this
transitions.
actually segues very nicely into the next question, which is, what is Piccolo's special move called? So Piccolo gets blasted, he loses an arm. Him and Goku are like, we're so screwed. Do you have any semblance of any kind of plan? And Piccolo's like, well, have you been working on any special moves? And Goku's like, no. And Piccolo's like, well, I have, but it takes 5 minutes to charge up. And Goku says, can you do it with one arm? And he's like, yep. So
He absolutely
What a
can.
weird conversation.
so they're like, okay, we just have to hold Raditz off for 5 minutes, and then we'll line him up for the special attack, and Piccolo, you can kill him, right? And Piccolo's like, yeah. So the charging begins, and Goku and Raditz fight for 5 minutes. Goku is not doing well.
He's getting trashed.
This is actually, I think, the first time where he uses the Kamehameha wave.
But that's like a secret move that he was holding on to. He just didn't even let Piccolo know about it.
No, he's used the Kamehameha before
Oh, okay.
in Dragon Ball and stuff. He
Okay.
doesn't have anything new, anything super powerful. or
He's just
anything.
got all his old lame moves.
Yeah. Eventually, it gets to the point where Piccolo's ready. He blasts forth this special attack, which is called A, Giga Energy Ray, B, Special Beam Cannon, C, Devil Drill Beam.
It's got to be the lamest one, Special Beam Cannon.
That is correct.
Yes!
Special
I knew
beam
it!
cannon.
How are... Okay. Like, I feel like there are some things that you want to put some effort into.
Yeah.
Their cool moves aren't what they put their effort into
Yeah.
in creating the show.
They
It's a beam cannon. Just make it special. It's a special beam cannon. There we go. Write it off.
Yeah. Piccolo fires off his cannon,
Special beam cannon.
his special beam cannon.
It sounds like something his mom made up and told him. Like, this is your move. Oh yeah, that's his.
That's his special beam cannon move.
He just
That's
does
right.
it so well.
So he fires his special beam cannon and it goes
And this is the end
into a
of Rabbit.
mountain.
Wait, he missed.
He misses his
It took you
5-minute charge
5 minutes.
move.
You didn't aim.
Correct.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, he did aim, but Raditz moved.
just walked to the left a little bit.
I mean, you can't really plan on someone moving.
Goku and Piccolo come up with the plan, which is what their original plan was,
Before they
which is
forgot.
to grab his tail.
Oh yeah.
Because if they grab his tail, then
Yeah.
he'll be immobilized and he won't be able to move.
That's right. That's right.
So Goku is finally able to grab his tail.
Oh,
And,
we got it. Wow.
and
just
then
like that.
Piccolo's charging up the beam cannon again, and Raditz says, "Please let go of my tail. I'm your brother." And Goku says, "Okay." And he lets go of his tail.
Wait.
And then Raditz starts beating the shit out of Goku for
So it
making a
worked?
stupid mistake.
When you grab their tails, they
Uh-huh.
go
oh
limp.
yeah, he
Yeah.
just
Oh
goes,
yeah, it worked. It
yeah.
totally debilitated him.
Yes.
And he's like, "Please let me go. I'll leave this planet and I won't come back. I'm your brother. You have to save me, please."
And he doesn't do any of those things.
And he doesn't do
No.
any of those
because
things.
he's Raditz.
Just
Raditz,
starts
yeah,
hitting.
hits him in the chest real hard.
Yeah.
He goes down like a sack of potatoes. Piccolo's upset. And then Raditz's Google Glass goes off. And he turns around and it's Goku's son is angry.
He's been
and
stuck in
he's
the
been
pod the
stuck
whole
in the
time.
pod. He locked
This
him in the
whole
pod
time.
like a prison.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he breaks out of the pod and then headbutts Raditz.
Because he's
who-
so pissed that he's beating up on his daddy.
And no one's been able to touch Raditz thus far, except like his armor got singed a little bit or something
By the special
from
beam
by the
cannon,
first
yeah.
special beam cannon. And so Gohan, which is Goku's son, headbutts Raditz and breaks his armor. And Raditz
What?
coughs
Yeah.
up blood and is like, "Oh, whoa, 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 whoa!"
So Gohan is like a special kid.
Yeah.
Sure,
He's like a
Special
special
beam
beam
kid.
cannon.
special
kid.
beam
Special
child,
beam
yes,
kid.
special beam kid. And then Raditz backhands a 4-year-old kid.
Yep. And you get it,
okay.
you see it fully.
Now he turns on Piccolo. He's going to get Piccolo, who is still charging his special beam cannon. And Goku full Nelson's Raditz.
Whoa.
Grabs him behind the arms and just holds him.
He
just
somehow
holds him
gets
there.
up and puts him in a full Nelson.
Oh, actually, I don't think Piccolo was even charging his attack until Goku got him in the full Nelson. So Goku's got to hold his brother steady. Piccolo charges his special beam cannon, he fires it, and Goku's got to hold on to Raditz, so the special beam goes through both Raditz and Goku,
Oh,
killing them both.
man.
Yeah.
Got them both?
Got him
Killing
both.
them both.
Oof. Raditz didn't see that coming.
He didn't actually. He's like, You're crazy. You're gonna kill both of us. And Goku's like, Yeah. Okay.
And then that's what happens.
And that's exactly what
That's exactly
happens.
how it goes down.
Okay, that's pretty nonchalant.
All
Yeah.
right.
So 5 episodes in, the main character of the show dies.
Yes. This is the 5th episode, and the main character's dead now.
Wow. Well, it sounds like Gohan is the real main character of the show.
You're not wrong. Raditz and Goku are lying there dying, and Piccolo and I think Krillin shows up at this point.
Yep.
Krillin is Goku's best friend from Dragon Ball. He's short and bald.
Oh, okay.
And he trains in the turtle school too, but he's not an alien. He's a human like us. So
Okay.
Raditz is like, haha, Goku's dead. And Krillin and Piccolo are like, nope, because we're going to get the Dragon Balls and make a wish and bring Goku back to life. So sucks to be you, dude. And Raditz is like, well, Dragon Balls, you say, wish, you say. Well, you're going to wish you hadn't told me that because this Google Glass is actually a transmitter. And my Saiyan buddies who are more powerful than I am, 2 of them, they've been listening this whole time. And when they find out that there's Dragon Balls here, they're going to come and they're going to kill all of you.
Uh-oh.
And they'll be here in 1 year. And then Raditz dies.
It's very specific. Okay.
Exactly 1 year. And then Goku disappears. He poofs. He just
poofs.
disappears.
He does.
Like force
He does.
ghosts
Yep.
out?
Just
Okay.
like a Force ghost, except his clothes go too, I think.
He goes to Otherworld. And
Otherworld, yeah.
in Otherworld, it's a big long line of souls that he just skipped for whatever reason.
Because he's Goku. He
'Cause he's
saved the
go-
world at
'cause-
least twice now.
that's right. He just
Okay,
gets to
so
skip
he's a
the line.
freaking elitist in this other
Yeah.
world.
And
He's-
so Kami, who is the
Wait, there are commies in this?
the guardian of Earth.
yeah, he looks like he's the opposite of Piccolo. Piccolo's the Demon King.
He's the guardian of Earth.
He's the
He's-
guardian.
yes.
They're yin and yang
Kind of
opposites.
ish, sort of, whatever. So Kami brings Goku up to the front desk of heaven, which the Saint Peter figure of heaven is a like 80-foot tall, huge, buff, red demon.
Who wears a suit and sits at a desk.
Named King Yemma.
And he has a little nameplate, just like a regular office worker. But the desk is really, really big.
It's really big. And
What the hell?
And he's basically St. Peter.
yeah, so Kami says, hey, we're going to go ahead and let Goku run the length of Snake Way to train with this mythical figure at the end of it.
Yeah, he's not going to heaven or hell. He's going to go on this third option, Snake Way, because at the other end of Snake Way, there's a person called King Kai. And he's going to train him because people on Earth are going to use the Dragon Balls and get Goku back to Earth, and they're going to
need
defeat
Goku to
the
be super strong.
Saiyan menace.
Yeah. Goku asks King Yemma, hey, did you see my brother come through here? Because he died just a minute ago. And King Yemma says, yes, we sent him to their version of hell, which is A, hell, B, home for infinite losers, or C, downstairs.
Hell is no, that's we can't do that one. It's not that one for sure. Home of Infinite Losers. Oh, it could very easily be that one. That sounds like John made it up though, so I'm gonna go with downstairs.
Well, they're all right.
Wait, what?
So this is a weird multiple choice question. In one of the dubs, King Yemma says we sent him downstairs. The ogres in downstairs have a shirt that says hell on it. It just says hell.
Like the
Like a-
like a Walmart vest.
Like a staff shirt?
yes, but it says hell. And then in one of the dubs, they edit it so the shirt says HFIL.
Yeah, so they erased some of the lines and some of the letters.
They called it the home for infinite losers. So yes,
Oh my gosh.
to whichever one you picked.
It's making
Yep.
no sense.
We can just get right into this question, actually, because Goku has to run the length of Snake Way. Your question is, how long is Snake Way? 8 million meters, 10,000 miles, or the road is infinite and it has no length?
10,000 miles.
That's correct.
Whoa, look at me.
It's because you're picking the dumbest one. You should
You're
have
expert.
added more dumb ones. I'm now
I
realizing.
don't know, the infinite one was I was thinking that might have
I
been
was
it.
hoping
yeah.
that you would choose
yeah,
that.
it was
Yeah.
pretty good.
That does sound like a training thing. Run this Snake Way that is infinitely long. Once you get to the end, there will be a master art, and now you are the master. It was you the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, look
my
at me on
God.
Dragon Ball.
Wow.
You could write Dragon Ball Z.
Good.
So basically, if you run so far,
Nobody's ever done it except for the guy who sits in the desk, the big 80-story guy,
the
King
big
Yemma.
80, well, it's easier to run when you're 80 stories tall.
Not really, because the snake way is only about 8
Yeah, it's-
feet wide.
So really, we don't understand how he did it.
Yeah,
So he's,
it doesn't
he's
make any sense.
walking a tightrope the whole way.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's why they put him in charge of the gate.
That's right.
Tell me there's episodes of him just running down a path.
The next 12 to 15 episodes is him running down the path.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 episodes?
Yeah.
How do you guys watch this show?
Hang on, we'll get there. So, following that, back on Earth, Krillin, Bulma, Gohan, who is still there, as well as Piccolo.
What's his name? Raditz didn't fade.
Correct.
He's a regular dead
In
dude.
fact, Bulma, who's like a scientist, takes the Google Glass off of his dead body and is like, I think I can make this work again so that we can track like power levels and Saiyans and like monitor,
Oh, that's cool.
you know.
when
so-
when some powerful folk show up.
Yeah, exactly.
Piccolo says to the other two, hey, I'm going to take Goku's kid and I'm going to train him
For the next
for the next year that we have until the Saiyans arrive.
Yeah.
Okay, what does his mom have to say about that?
his mom isn't there.
And so
Okay.
they actually say, hey, what? I don't think Chi-Chi will be okay with that. And Piccolo says, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you.
But
And then he takes Gohan and he leaves.
he's the Ox Prince.
He leaves. He's technically right.
He's the Ox Prince.
Oh, I see what
Gohan.
you're saying. Okay.
Well, yeah, kind of.
yeah.
Because that would make Goku the Ox King
yeah.
in a weird way.
Anyway, yeah, they
You
don't
have thought the most about this.
the Ox King specifically, you're weirdly fixated on.
I need to understand the Ox King. Like, there's something there. There's some like weird monopoly this guy has on oxen that I need to understand the economics of this. But also, it sounds like he has a terrible mother. Where she has
Well-
no idea where his child is. He gets kidnapped for a while. Her husband dies. She doesn't even know or care or
She-
leave her house.
In Chi-Chi's defense, because I will defend her to my dying breath, she like does not want Gohan out of the house. She wants him indoors studying, becoming a better man, but Goku's constantly like, I'm going to take Gohan training. I'm going to teach him to fight just like me.
She wants him to become an orthopedist.
Oh, that's true.
Thank you.
It's very specifically.
Wait.
Somebody asks Gohan what he wants to be when he grows up, and he very specifically says, I want to be an orthopedist. And he's 4 years old.
And it's actually Piccolo who asks him.
Oh, okay.
Because
After
Piccolo's
he's been kidnapped for the
after he's been
second time.
kidnapped, and he's crying. Gohan's crying and crying and crying and crying and crying for many episodes. He's crying. He's crying so much. And Piccolo says, I'm going to train you to become a fighter. And Gohan says, no, I'm going to become an orthopedist, though.
Right.
And Piccolo says, no, you're not.
You're the only one that was able to hit Raditz. You are the most powerful warrior that this planet has, and you're going to be trained for the next year.
So why didn't his Google Glass point towards Gohan?
Well, it does. Remember when he breaks out of the pod and
does?
headbutts him? But Gohan's power level only increases when he gets angry.
Interesting.
So the power is there. It's just dormant. So the evil King Piccolo takes Gohan away from his family and friends and dumps him in the middle of a woods and says, I'm going to train you for the next 6 months.
I mean, other than kidnapping a child, Piccolo seems like a nice dude. Like he's trying to save the Earth.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that.
He doesn't
Sure.
seem like a demon king to me or whatever he is.
That is his name, though.
You can't control what your parents name you.
That's right.
That's very true.
Yeah. The Ox King just couldn't help.
He couldn't help it. Like they destined his future at birth.
Mr. and Mrs. King, what will your baby's name be?
Ox.
Ox.
What is Piccolo's first training exercise for Gohan? A, dodging techniques. B, abandon him in the woods. Or C, demon style, martial arts.
I'm going to go with there's a running theme of being terrible to children, so abandonment.
That's 100% true.
That's exactly what it is.
Dude, guys, I am killing
You really
it.
are. You're nailing it.
Yeah.
Piccolo says you got power when you get angry, but you're basically garbage right now.
You're a little baby.
You're a stupid little baby
You're a
boy.
garbage baby.
So I'm going to leave you here in the woods. I'm going to go away and train. If you survive for the next 6 months, then I will give you my special techniques.
This guy's all over the place. You have to save the Earth. You're the only one strong enough, but I don't care if you survive, I guess.
Yeah, you noticed, huh?
Yeah.
Doesn't get eaten by a bear or something.
He actually gets...
Actually, the bear might be wearing pants and might talk to him and train him. Who the hell knows?
Goku starts running on Snake Way. And intermittently, we'll cut back and forth different random things.
Of him just running again. Like,
Yeah.
still running. Paint a picture for me. Snake Way is just, I see the yellow brick road in the sky.
Yeah, it's
That's
gold. The sky is golden.
The road
The-
itself is silver.
Yeah.
Is it shaped like a snake? Or
Yeah,
is
it's
it
like a
just long?
concrete snake.
Oh,
Just
okay.
imagine that with a road on its back.
And where it's not in hell, it's not in heaven, it's
yeah,
on
it's
Earth.
like in between.
It's-
It's not
yeah.
on Earth.
It's like purgatory-esque.
There's like an endless sea of clouds
Oh,
all
okay.
around.
So while that's happening, Bulma and Krillin decide to go pick up the rest of the Z Fighter gang, which is all the previous characters from Dragon Ball. They go and pick up a dude named Yamcha, who was a baseball player, and he plays in baseball, and he's actually a fighter, and he used to be a bandit, but now he's a baseball player, and he's really bored, and he hangs out with that Cap Guar.
Earth is assembling its mightiest forces to train.
Bingo.
While Piccolo's
which is just
working.
an angry baseball player.
And
A pig,
a guy
a
with
cat.
a guy with a third eye, and he's bald, but we'll meet him later.
Yeah, so before that happens, Gohan is training. Big quotey fingers there.
Because he's just trying to survive.
He's just in the woods and he cries a lot, and then he gets chased by a dinosaur up on top of a mountain.
Oh,
And-
okay, wait. There are dinosaurs in this world?
Oh yeah, that was established in the first episode. That was my bad for not introducing that along with the flamingo things in the farmer.
I mean, makes sense.
But this is actually where you find out that he has the ability to like jump super high because the dinosaur chasing him, he's about to chomp down. And the same thing that happens with the waterfall. You think he gets bit and then he's not there and then he's way up, way up.
Just flying?
No, he jumped on top of like a giant pillar and he's on
Yes.
the top of it and he can't get down now.
Now he can't get down because he realizes when he gets angry, he performs these incredible feats. But then when he is not angry, he snaps back to
Loses
consciousness. And he
it.
can't,
He's just a
yeah,
4-year-old kid.
Now he's a 4-year-old
So now he's a
kid up on
4-year-old kid
mountain.
that's like 8,000 stories up in the air. And he's looking over the mountain. He's like, and he starts crying. Oh, and then we meet Tien, who is a 3-eyed dude. And he's got a little baby that who floats around, who is psychic, a psychic vampire doll. And
This sounds terrifying.
Tien
What
is
world did we
training-
just get to?
I know, right?
Tien is training by yelling at a waterfall until it stops flowing.
And it works.
And it works. He just
No,
yells at it and then it
sorry.
stops flowing.
What? No!
Yeah, that's how he's training.
I'm sorry, how does yelling at a waterfall make you a better fighter?
When the water stops, nothing can stop you.
Your voice is louder? Like,
Yeah, we're gonna cut to Gohan, who is still on top of the freaking pillars, and he's hungry, and he's complaining, and he's like, "Oh, I'm hungry," and the Piccolo's like, "You're a little bitch."
oh, Piccolo came.
Piccolo came back to give him apples.
He actually doesn't realize that it's Piccolo. He just looks up and there's apples on the ground now.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, cool apples! They're so sour," and he eats them, and he goes, "I wonder what Mom's making for dinner." And then we actually feel bad for him for the first time in the show.
Oh.
Yep.
So do we hate Gohan because he's a whiny little bitch?
Kind of.
Sort of.
Because it grates on you a little bit. And it turns out Piccolo's been watching him this whole time.
Whoa.
and-
so he really is a good
watching you.
caretaker.
So this night where he's eating the apples just happens to be a full moon. And Gohan kind of like it starts freaking out a little bit when he starts staring at the full moon. And then slowly but surely, he transforms into a giant monkey.
Like Godzilla.
Yeah,
Sized
like
monkey.
Godzilla-sized monkey. And Piccolo's like, what the hell? And-
Why did that happen?
Yeah. he's
so
better.
then Piccolo starts fighting this giant monkey 4-year-old. He's like, I gotta stop this. And then he makes the connection 2 and 2 together. He figures out that Gohan's tail was the cause. And he has the tail and he stares at the moon, and together it triggers the monkey transformation. So what does he do? He blows up the moon.
He shoots a special beam cannon at the moon, and he blows up the moon, and
he
the moon
says,
explodes.
That moon's gotta go.
But wait,
Yeah.
the moon is like useful tides and
Yeah,
shit.
but it's gone
man.
now, though,
But
so he
it's-
blows it
He
up.
blowed it up though.
Well,
Yeah.
there goes their Turtle
gone.
Island is probably underwater now.
So he blows up the moon, and then Gohan turns back into just a whiny little naked kid.
So
And then
Except he's
pulls-
unconscious.
He's unconscious naked, and then he pulls off his tail.
He's like, well, that won't
why
be a
did
problem
you just
anymore.
do that? Why'd you have to blow up the defenseless moon?
I know.
It wasn't doing anyone harm.
I know.
Oh, and then he also points his finger at Gohan and gives Gohan new clothes
And a sword.
and a sword, and then he leaves.
And then he's like, that's all the help you get. I'll see you in 6 months.
Boom.
And then he
Peace.
leaves for real this time because
For
he's
real leaves.
evil, damn it.
Yeah.
Gohan wakes up the next day. He's got a sword. Now he's just a little bit more competent. He's getting his own food. He's getting his own water. He makes a friend while he's training. Who is the friend? A, an old robot. B, a huge dinosaur. Or C, a saber-toothed tiger.
Oof. Those are all good options. This is gonna be the hardest one. Saber-tooth tiger.
All of them.
In one creature?
No.
Okay.
Separate. These are all separate adventures
Yeah.
that he has
So-
throughout.
The Adventures of Gohan and his weird friends.
Yes.
Okay.
So first episode, first friend, Gohan falls down a crevice and then finds an old robot, and the robot's like,
Been down here for 30 years. I just want to sleep.
I just want to sleep more. And Gohan keeps saying, but I'm hungry though, make me food. And the robot goes, oh, I actually am conditioned to be able to provide you with sustenance and nutrients.
All
Wow.
robots from my company have built-in baking stations.
That's right. And go ahead and go acquire some mushrooms. And then he gets mushrooms. And Gohan says, can you make them like Mama does? And the robot says, oh, look, they're done cooking. Here you go. Have the mushrooms. And Gohan eats them. And then,
Gohan tried to
Cries.
get out.
yeah,
He like cried and started rock slides.
his wailing caused a cave in. And then the robot sacrifices itself to save Gohan's life.
And the robot dies.
Man.
Next.
He meets a dinosaur.
A dinosaur, yep.
It's a I don't know.
Sentient?
a s-
Talking?
No.
Dinosaurs?
It's just a dinosaur.
Okay.
Dinosaur. All the dinosaurs are just dinosaurs. He finds a dinosaur in a cave, and it's got a thorn stuck in it.
Yeah.
And it's the classic Lion and the Mouse. Like he helps out the dinosaur, gets it food, takes the thorn out, like make sure it's okay. And then a Tyrannosaurus Rex, the one that almost ate him before he jumped on the pillar, comes back and attacks the dinosaur. And there's nothing Gohan can do. And the T-Rex kills his dinosaur friend.
Dude! You're like superpower.
No, he can't.
He's got a
He
sword.
can't on command. He tries,
Just get mad that this thing's attacking your dino
but he
friend.
can't. He can't do anything.
No.
Man, dude, that was the one semblance of something normal in this world is a dinosaur that was just a mother effing dinosaur.
The other dinosaur kills it.
Yeah. And then strips its bones clean. And then
Well,
finally,
I mean, that's semblance of order, I guess. Saber-tooth tiger.
actually, we are going to cut a little bit
to Goku.
to the gang, the Z Fighters, who are climbing up on top of Kami's tower.
Okay.
They're climbing up to Kami's tower. Kami is the guardian of the Earth.
And he has like this palace that
Yes.
hangs
It's in
above the
clouds.
earth, way
Yes.
up there.
They're looking for Dragon Balls, right?
Master Roshi and Bulma are looking for Dragon Balls because they need to wish Goku back in a year's time. Yeah. Meanwhile, the Z Fighters are like, we got to train while you're looking for the
Oh, they're
Dragon Balls.
training.
Just in case Piccolo and Gohan aren't enough. We're going to try to train
Just
up
in
and-
case this 4-year-old kid isn't enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Kami's got a weird black-faced helper, and he helps. And I mean, literally, it's racist.
It's not,
and
I
they-
don't know. He seems more like an alien than a human.
I mean, he's a
from
genie,
Earth.
technically.
Yeah, he looks exactly like a genie.
All right. It's still sort of like weird.
I'm not saying it's not, but
Yeah, okay. Yes. So, okay. Genie teleports them into the past, all the Z Fighters.
Whoa!
And then
we're just breaking
they
time
fight-
like that, huh?
They fight Saiyans in the past, and the Saiyans murder all the Z Fighters.
yeah, they're
And then
like,
they
you
die.
got to know your enemy, so we're going to put you in the past and you can fight Saiyans now.
And then the Saiyans kill them and they die. But then they didn't really die because they didn't really go back to the past. They were actually in a place called the room where time and space and the future and the past and the present all collide at the same time, and you were fighting them in dream bodies.
Yeah, dream
And somehow,
bodies.
yeah, dream bodies are going to make you strong.
Dude,
All right, and then we cut back to Gohan.
how do you even
And
keep
we-
track of this
We
stuff?
cut back to Gohan, who has actually learned how to survive now at this point because he's actually growing up a little bit. He's becoming better at just living. And
Why don't you always go to Dream World and just fight there?
We don't know because we never see it again.
Gohan is training and he's doing a really good job. He's learning to actually survive on his own, and he wears a coconut on his head. And he then is that T-Rex that was actually chasing him. He now hunts the T-Rex and slices off slivers of its tail for food, as if he was the Grinch carving roast beast.
Oh, man.
It's
And
true.
then he just straight up eats the dinosaur's tail, the T-Rex's tail. And then we cut to the Saiyans.
The ones that are coming to Earth.
The Saiyans that are
Oh.
coming to Earth.
The two bigger batters.
Yeah.
You feel like
Yeah.
it's gruff.
And their names are Nappa and Vegeta. They're flying in through space and they get distracted and bored by a planet.
Yeah, they decide to stop off on a planet because they're
Yes.
bored from traveling to Earth, the long
They're
journey.
just flying through
in
space
those same pods that Raditz came in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're
Yep,
just flying.
they're
for
both
1 year.
In pods. They're on their way to Earth. They're gonna get themselves a sweet, sweet wish from the Dragon Balls, and they stop on this planet Arlia, which is a planet full of insectoid creatures.
Ooh, that
Yes,
sounds
and
fun.
they stop there, and then the insects ride up, and they're like, "You're under arrest." So they arrest them, and they allow themselves to become arrested so that they can.
It's just fun for them.
It's just
Yeah.
fun. It's just a
basically.
nice
It's a fun
time.
little game.
It's like we could just
Yeah.
kill everybody, but
So they're in Bug Prison, and Bug Romeo comes to them and says, "My Juliet has been taken by the evil Bug King.
please help me get
Please
her
help
back.
me get my Bug Juliet back." So then they break out of prison and they go up and meet the Bug King, who is like, "Hey," and then they kill all of his royal bug guards.
Easily.
Yeah.
Super easy.
Just-
And then the Bug King on Arlia pulls a maneuver on Nappa and Vegeta.
It's his counterattack.
it's his bug maneuver?
What does Nappa call this maneuver? The old laser on the back of the worm trick. The old Saiyans can't breathe in space trick. Or the old giant bug in the ground trick.
Old giant bug in the ground trick. Because they're on
That's
Bug
it.
Planet.
Yep, that's what it is.
Oh man, I wish it was the laser on the worm
like
one.
a rain core comes up, and
Yeah,
Nappa's just
so
like,
cool.
"Eh."
Yeah. And then Nappa
So
and
basically, this is just establishing how powerful these guys are.
That's what it is.
100%.
So Nappa and or Vegeta kill the king. And
Okay, sure.
the Bug
Bug
Romeo, is let out of prison and sees his Bug Juliet wife and says, "Oh, does my eyes deceive me?" And he says that literally. And
Oh, gross.
Nappa and Vegeta leave the planet. They're bored, so they leave and they're up in
They're
space.
like, before you leave, Bug Romeo's like, you guys are heroes. You took down the evil king. We're all free. We're going to sing songs about you forever. Thank you so much.
You're always welcome on planet Arlia.
Yep.
So they go into space and their pods are out there and they just hang out. And Nappa's like, "Hey, we should get out of here." Vegeta says, "Hold on, one more thing." And he like points his fingers at the planet, and then cut back to the planet where Bug Romeo's like, "Juliet," and Bug Juliet's like, "Romeo," and they're doing this slow run towards each other.
Aw.
And then Vegeta blasts a beam at the planet, blows it up.
The whole
the whole
planet?
planet. Yeah.
Bug Planet's gone just
Bug
like
Planet's
that?
gone.
Yep.
It's gone now. And then they get in their pods and they keep on their way. So
I mean,
So Goku's
that's
running
a
on
bummer
Snake
for
Way.
Bug Planet, but like, why doesn't he just go do that to Earth?
Because the goal is not to destroy Earth. They make mention of the fact that Saiyans are planet resellers. Basically, they'll go find places with high contents of valuable minerals and stuff, and then kill all the inhabitants and sell off the planet to the highest bidder.
That's awful.
That's how they get their money.
Huh.
Yeah.
We cut to Goku, finally.
Ooh, thank goodness. What's he up to?
Goku. So Goku's been running on Snake Way this time, and he gets distracted on his journey when
By what?
A, he meets another runner who challenges him to a race. B, he stops at a roadside restaurant and ends up trying to win a prize in their crane game. Or C, he meets the Snake Way street sweeper and inadvertently gets pushed off the road.
Ooh. It's not the first one. It's definitely the second. It's definitely the diner one or the street sweeper. I'm going to go with crane game.
Ooh, incorrect.
Oh,
man, street sweeper?
There's a street sweeper on Snake Way.
Of course.
And this 10,000-mile long road, and he meets the street sweeper guy, and he like runs alongside him. He's like, "Hey, what's up, street sweeper?" And he's like, "Whoa, somebody's here. I'm just doing my job, man. But if you want to ride, you can hop on the back." And Goku's like, "Okay, cool." And so he hops on the back, falls asleep, and then the truck is bumpy, so he rolls over and he falls off of Snake Way,
Oh no!
all the way down to hell.
to hell.
What?
He just falls off Snake Way and he goes to hell.
to downstairs.
Yeah,
That's
to the
right. He goes to the
To
downstairs.
the losers.
Home
House
for
of-
Infinite Losers.
Yeah, that
That's
one.
right. And so here is our next question. What does Goku do to escape hell? Number 1, defeat a large demon guarding his escape path. Number 2, does he win an orange eating contest?
Gosh.
Or number 3, does he spend a day at the fair and the park chasing down an ogre?
That one, because there's an ogre.
That's exactly what it is.
Yes!
So he falls down off of Snake Way into hell, and he lands in the blood fountain, which is a fountain full of blood. So then there's a bunch of souls in hell, which is actually a really nice place. There's like a park bench where 2 souls are making out, and souls are represented by clouds. They're just clouds.
But they wear clothes and stuff.
But they wear clothes. Clouds with clothes.
It sounds like hell's not too bad other than the fountains of blood and ogres, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know.
And
The ogres are kind of fine,
yeah,
actually.
really, the
Yeah.
ogres are
They,
kind of cool.
they actually like they're tour guides. There's a scene where there's a bunch of souls going on a tour of like a mountain,
yeah.
and they're getting off of a bus, and the guy's like, "Well, the tour of the Mountain of Needles will begin momentarily. Stay with your partner and follow me this way."
Huh.
Like it's
Yep.
just a fine.
So it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yep, so Goku gets down there and he tells one of the ogres, "Hey, I need to get back up there." And the ogre says, "Yeah, we'll use my personal flying machine." And he throws him. And then Goku hits his head on the clouds.
It's the same golden clouds that are below Snake Way usually, but these seem to be blocking.
Yes.
You can't get out.
You can't get out. Goku finds a tree and it's got like apples on it, golden apples or some kind of
Something like
apples,
that.
some kind of fruit on it, and he wants to eat it, but the ogres won't let him. That's King Yemma's personal fruit. You can't eat King Yemma's personal fruit.
He's the only one that can come down and eat it.
He's the only person
Our
who's
job
allowed
is to
eat-
guard the tree.
That's right. And so then he makes a bet with the ogres. Hey, you have to show me the way out of here. The ogres make a bet that, okay, I bet you can't catch me. I bet you can't chase me down and actually tag me.
And I'll let you out of hell.
And if you do, I'll let you out of hell. So the ogre runs Goku through the fair, through an amusement park with a Disney castle and a roller coaster and a Ferris wheel, and that's all in
they
hell.
like ride the rides.
And they ride the rides. They're having a good
Yeah.
time. They do bumper cars.
This sounds
It's really
like-
nice.
Wow, like a hot date.
Yeah. And eventually Goku catches him and they show him to.
There's like a giant rock wall in hell, and there's a tiny little slit. Guess where the secret passage is?
It's in there.
Yeah. So he
It's in the
goes
crack
through.
in the giant rock wall.
Before he goes through, he sneaks one of the apples and he eats it, which supposedly the apple keeps you fed for 3 months and then also doubles your strength.
Yeah. He follows the secret passage up a staircase that's like the Twilight Zone kind of thing, and there's a bright light at the end, and he keeps going towards it, and then once he reaches it,
Snake Way.
back at King Yama's desk, he opens a drawer, and Goku's inside the drawer. He's all the way back at the beginning.
Yeah. Yep.
That's where the secret passage led.
But the last 12 episodes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh crap, I'm back at the beginning. Gotta go," and he starts running real fast.
No.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, how infuriating. How did you continue to watch the show?
You can keep going, man. I don't want to do the next one.
I do. So, all right. Goku then continues along Snake Way, and we reaches the halfway mark, actually.
Is that further than he got the first
Yes.
time
Yes,
around?
Yeah.
much further.
So he passed the street sweeper again.
Yeah,
He
they're
does actually.
the
Does he get on the truck this time?
Well, it doesn't show it yet.
Yes.
I don't think it shows
The street
it yet.
sweeper's on its way back, as a matter of fact.
Oh,
That's how
okay.
much time Goku has wasted.
Wow.
And Goku runs by it, and the street sweeper is paying too much attention to Goku and hits the side of Snake Way and falls off.
Oh no!
So Goku murders
So he
the
went to
street
hell?
sweeper. Yeah, he goes to hell.
Yeah.
And the street's gonna get all dirty now.
Yeah. Nobody
Yeah.
to clean it.
So Goku
Does
gets
the truck fall off? Sorry.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, it totally
Oh,
does.
It's a big
Mhm.
bummer. That was probably their only street sweeper.
Goku makes it halfway, and there's a big palace there.
Oh, okay. It's like a
Goku
checkpoint.
stops and investigates like this snake statue, which then opens its mouth and sucks him up. And then he gets deposited into the palace. And inside the palace, it's introduced as this is Princess Snake's palace. She's like a blue-skinned, genie-ish looking weird elf lady.
Not a
who is
snake.
Not a snake. She's all flirty and like, oh, just stay here with me. Like, I don't want you to keep running. I know that you're trying to get to King Kai.
Yeah, I haven't had a visitor here since King Yama stopped by.
Oh,
Yes, and she has the super hots for him,
dang.
and she like wines and dines him, tries to sedate him,
Drug his food and
Whoa.
drug his
stuff.
food.
Yeah.
Okay, that
Yeah.
escalated quickly.
and then she provides him with healing fountain, which is really just
It's like a
it's like a hot
spring.
tub, or it's a hot spring.
You get to see Goku's butt.
Yeah, you see
Ugh.
Goku's ass.
Don't want that.
So attempt number 2 comes along.
Because
Okay.
Goku's too strong. He resists the
Yes,
drugs. They
and
don't
so-
do anything to him.
Yes, and so he
course.
is about to leave, and she has a bunch of handmaidens, and she implores her handmaidens, please do something to distract him, do anything.
Oh no.
So one of the snake handmaidens, and I'm going to give you the verbatim version.
Okay. Sorry. Just to clarify, they're not snakes either.
Correct.
No.
They are
Okay.
blue. They are also blue.
They're
women.
also blue skinned. I think that's
Blue. Like this is the aliens of this world. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
Just different life forms.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she says, hang on, don't leave yet. I have something I want to show you.
Uh-oh.
And it's my gun. And she pulls out a revolver and she holds it to her head and she says, I like to play a little game to pass the time. I put one bullet in the chamber and she puts it in and spins it. You spin it. I haven't lost this game in 10,000 years. And then she pulls the trigger and shoots herself in the head and it kills her.
What?
She just falls off the
She
screen.
falls off the screen and is dead now.
What?
Here's your question. How surprised is Goku when a random snake woman who might not actually exist blasts herself in the face with a revolver? Your answers are very. That's your only.
That's the only
That's your only
answer.
answer.
That's the only option.
Very.
I'm gonna be wrong because it's not very.
He actually he kind of is mildly perturbed. As a matter of fact, actually, now that I'm remembering it, he's not even that. He's not like, whoa. He's like, huh? Really? And then they say,
just
okay.
goes on.
Yeah, they say, oh, actually, look over here. We have these nice dancing people. Have a nice glass of orange
But
juice.
wait, she just died.
Yeah, nobody
Yeah,
cares.
we're moving on. They bring out a glass of orange juice, fresh squeezed apple juice or orange juice, which is like 80% date rape drug now. And he drinks it and then he passes out for, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10
Seconds.
seconds. Yeah, exactly. And in that period of time, Goku starts mumbling about his family, and they bring out a contraption called the Dream Mirror.
Oh my god.
And with the dream mirror, they view his dreams and they see that he has a wife and children. And then Princess Snake says, oh, that's a shame that he's already taken. Guess we have to eat him now.
What?
And then
Eat him?
they all turn into like these weird creatures, these weird snake creatures. And then he like bounces off them and fights them. And then they laugh, haha, guess what? You've actually been inside my belly the whole time. And then
The palace vanishes.
The palace vanishes, and he's inside the stomach of a snake. And then he flies out of the mouth of this giant snake. Yeah, the next question.
How does Goku deal with the giant flying snake trying to attack him? A. Punches its teeth out. B. Rips it in half. Or C. Ties it in a knot.
Ooh, these are good options. Rips it in half.
No, he ties it in a knot.
Oh man, I was
He
thinking there was a whole Jungle Book thing, and so no, that probably
He
wasn't
flies it round and round in midair, not around anything, just
He
in
can
midair.
fly?
Yeah, he can fly.
What the hell is he doing running this whole time?
He actually tries it first thing, and he like the place drains him even more.
Yeah.
So like he makes it a little ways and then just falls. And then he tries jumping really high and he loses his step and almost falls in the clouds and is able to fly back up to the road when he first gets there.
Yeah,
So
why
he's like,
didn't
well,
he just fly back up when he fell off the truck?
because he was sleeping. Did I not
As
mention
he was
that?
falling?
Yeah, he
He
fell
didn't
asleep.
wake up when he fell off the
No,
truck?
he fell asleep and he just
Wow,
falls
he's a heavy
down.
sleeper. Okay.
Yeah.
So he flies in circles and then the snake is turned into
The
a knot?
flying snake is in a knot now,
That's exactly
and it
what
stops
happens.
chasing him.
Oh, interesting. Dude, this is just an acid trip of a show. Like what? It doesn't make any sense. There's nothing.
Like there were some semblances of times where I was like, okay, yeah, this is cool. This is
Yeah.
interesting.
And then
then stuff like this happens.
Yeah, and then Snake Lady revolver face shoot tied in knot. You're really we didn't even mention
Don't forget the dream mirror.
The dream mirror.
We also didn't mention how they heated up the hot springs, which was with a like international space station as satellite.
Yeah, there's a part where Princess Snake is trying to seduce Goku in the hot spring, and she's like, set the lighting to sunset, and she turns around and she's looking at like a mirror or a window where there's like a control room on the other side, and there's this giant contraption above the hot spring that's like just total light rigging, and they push buttons and it like fades out and does the color change.
Sunset, yeah.
But if the place doesn't exist for real,
It doesn't.
then why
No.
is
Why
that
is
there?
all that
Just snap
necessary?
your fingers.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, she's deep in the fiction of it. Like,
So okay, Piccolo.
Yeah, back
Who's
on
training?
Earth. Specifically Piccolo. Gohan's still
It's
on
just
his
Piccolo.
own.
Piccolo
Oh, okay.
is
Oh, did we not mention? Saber-toothed tiger. Gohan gets stranded on an island somehow, and the tiger helps him build a boat so that he can leave the island.
yeah, and then he leaves the tiger on the island alone.
whoa,
die.
brutal.
All right, yeah, we're just gonna skip
Anyway,
over that.
so all the Z fighters, all the people from Earth are training. Piccolo's training by himself.
While everyone is waiting for the arrival of the Saiyans, how does Piccolo train himself? A. Levitate the pyramids of Egypt using telekinesis. B. Clone himself, then fight the clone. Or C. Watch Gohan over time and secretly feed him apples continuously.
That one could very well happen, but I really like the clone idea. Let it be that one, please.
This is another all of them.
All of the above. What?
Yeah.
I don't understand how feeding a
So,
4-year-old
He
apples
doesn't
is
continuously
training.
feed the 4-year-old apples. He feeds him the sour apples that one time.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
But that's part
And
of his
sometimes
training
he's
regimen.
like he's looking after him. He'll like think about him sometimes and
Yeah.
Oh
look
yeah,
for him
remember
every
that
once in
kid
a while.
that I adopted and abandoned in the woods?
yeah.
Huh. Wonder what he's
Yeah.
up to.
All right, better get back to floating the pyramids of Egypt, which, by the way, he's doing that. Also, he splits into two and fights the clone of himself because if I can know my own weaknesses, then I will be a better fighter.
What happens if the clone beats him?
I don't know. I don't
It's
think he
not really
thought that
clear
far
on
ahead.
which one's the clone and which one's the real Piccolo.
Okay.
Yep.
That seems like a pretty good skill to have. Why didn't he use that in the fight?
Because that's what I asked too. But apparently, every time it's a technique called multiform, and every time you use it, it cuts your power by however many.
So he's training against something half as powerful as him.
Uh huh. Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it's really weird. So that continues on for a while, and they're all training and stuff. Gohan eventually stumbles on the Saiyan pod that Goku arrived in.
Goku arrived in?
Yeah, like when he was a baby. The thing that
Oh,
he,
wow.
like when he
Okay.
fell out, like when he was a baby. It's all overgrown and super old, and it's repeating this command, wake up Kakarot, destroy all life forms. And Gohan gets close enough to where it is landed that he starts picking up on that signal, and he looks at the full moon, and he transforms into an ape again.
Wait. No, the moon was destroyed.
So he's a giant ape again because he looked at the moon. And
Wait, no, seriously. How did the moon come back?
And
Yeah.
Piccolo finds him, and he's like, "Oh crap! The Gohan's a giant monkey again. I got to get the tail or destroy the moon. Wait a minute, I already did
I
that."
already destroyed this moon.
So they fight for a little while, and then he tries to blow up the moon again, and the blast goes right through the moon, and it like shifts phases a little bit.
What?
And he's like, "Oh no, that's no moon." And
That's a space station.
and he finds Goku's old Saiyan pod, and he figures out that it's projecting the fake moon
Whoa.
because it needed to do something to transform the Saiyan into a monkey. And it didn't do it up to this point because, I don't know, there was probably a moon and maybe it detected that. So I don't know. Let's go
Okay.
with that.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Anyway, so he blows up the Saiyan pod and Gohan
but
goes back to normal.
Didn't he rip off his tail already?
Yeah.
It grew back.
And so he
And
rips it off
Of course,
again,
yeah.
though.
Silly question.
Yeah, he rips it off again.
And I'm sorry I screwed this up. I was just so excited because it's like one of my favorite. It's a pretty good episode on its own, but the premise is so like it catches you totally off guard because you think the show has lost its mind. But
Yeah.
it actually makes up for it.
No, the show lost its mind well before this.
The question is, how many times does Piccolo blow up the moon? 3, 5, or twice? But the second time doesn't count because it was just a hologram.
I'm gonna go with that one.
It is correct.
That's it.
When Goku reaches the end of Snake Way, who's there to greet him? A. King Kai. B. Gregory, the space cricket. C. Bubbles the monkey, but he thinks it's King Kai, and it goes on for way too long.
That is too specific. It has to be that one.
That's correct. He gets down on King Kai's planet. King Kai's planet's about 200 feet across. It's got one concrete sidewalk that goes all the way around it.
What?
Yep.
And a house.
And
that's
a house, and like a picnic table and a tree.
So
Yeah.
he could just walk around his whole world.
He can in like 2 seconds. And he lands on it, and Goku almost like dies because the gravity is so intense.
Yeah,
Ooh.
So he has to like get used to it for a while. Anyway, he sees a monkey just sitting there and he's like, "Are you King Kai?" And then the monkey starts doing monkey noises and Goku thinks it's a training technique. So Goku starts doing the monkey noises and then they just start dancing around doing monkey noises for a while until the real King Kai, who's like a bulbous blue beetle with sunglasses.
Why wouldn't he be?
Yeah.
Can you do King Kai voice for Eric?
I don't know if I can do it right now. It sounds like this, kind of.
Oh, I hate that. Not a fan of that.
So Goku eventually discovers that this monkey is not, in fact,
King Kai.
King Kai. And so King Kai tells Goku, all right, I will train you to have the best comedic timing of all time, but you have to tell me a joke because I'm a real jokester. And Goku says a bunch of really bad jokes that I don't even want to bother trying to remember because they're terrible. So Goku then trains with King Kai. What, my friend, is King Kai's first training technique?
Other than the joke thing.
After the joke thing.
joke
That was
thing.
initiation.
Number 1, does he make Goku grab his monkey?
Oh.
Number 2, does he ask Goku to drive him around in his red sports car? Or does he 3, pick up takeout from the Snake Way restaurant?
There wasn't a Snake Way restaurant that you guys mentioned. Drive him in his car?
He makes Goku grab his monkey.
No, not that one.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So he forces Goku to run around a planet and chase Bubbles, the monkey, and try and grab him.
And if he can catch Bubbles, then he will be good at training. He finally managed to grab the monkey, and King Kai's like, "Great, here's your next trick. I'm gonna summon a friend of mine, and you're gonna smash him." And then he yells across his planet, just like really loud.
He just yells really loud.
And then a little space cricket comes around, and he's like,
Space
"Hey,
cricket.
I'm Gregory. What's up?"
Mhm.
And King Kai's like, "Goku's gonna try to smash you," and he's like, "Oh man, not this again."
Oh,
What
man.
does Goku have to smash Gregory with to complete his training? A, his fists. B, a mallet. C, King Kai.
It's gotta be King Kai.
It is a mallet.
Oh,
It's a giant
It's a
mallet.
huge
why does the
mallet.
cricket keep showing up? Just ignore him. Don't get smashed by this weird Beetle King. All right, so he gives him a big wooden mallet.
Yep,
to
and he
smash this
chases him
cricket.
around, and Goku smashes up the whole planet and breaks his freaking car, and everybody cries a little bit inside.
Yep.
During the training, King Kai gives a whole bunch of backstory stuff, explains where the Saiyans came from, the backstory of the Saiyans. There's a planet called Vegeta, and there used to be 2 different races. There's a Saiyan race, and then there's the Tuffle race. And on this planet,
Vegeta's also the name of one of the bad guys.
Vegeta also happens to be the name of one of the bad guys.
I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff in Dragon Ball Z, but can you imagine meeting someone called Earth? Hey, this is my daughter Earth.
On the planet of Vegeta, there used to be 2 different races. There was the Tuffles and then there's Saiyans. And the Saiyans were big brutish apes, and then the Tuffles were peaceful technological people. And then the Saiyans waged war on the Tuffles because they turned into giant apes and they killed everybody. And then they took over the planet, but they couldn't get off the planet, so they made a deal with another off-world planet race. Like, hey, we're gonna take over planets for you if you get us off the planet. And then the other planet, or the other race was like, all right, cool. So they got them off the planet. Then they started taking over the other planets, and then that's where they are now. Except the protector of the Vegeta planet Vegeta, decided to cause a whole bunch of comets to blow up that planet because he realized that they were all bad guys, and so that now there were not very many left.
Saiyans?
Yeah,
They
were
and
like-
the truffle crew is all dead?
the Tuffle's all dead.
All
Tuffles.
dead.
Okay. And are the Saiyans permanently giant monkeys?
No, they only transform.
Does it have to be a full moon?
It does.
But when you're in
So-
space, it's always a full moon.
Well, there's more. There's a little more to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
barely, but yeah, enough, like a little bit. King Kai tells Goku when he first gets there, okay, the Saiyans will arrive in 88 days, so Goku trains for 88 days, and then 88 days later, King Kai says, oh, guess what I realized? I didn't factor in the amount of time it's going to take you to run your ass back across Snake Way to get to Earth.
Because math isn't my strong suit.
I mean,
it's
we
clearly jokes and this weird space cricket. Lost track of time.
That's it.
Whoops,
Yep.
didn't check my watch.
So the Saiyans arrive on the planet, and then all the people start assembling. Everybody who trained so hard and so long to fight out against the Saiyans.
They actually do summon Shenron using the Dragon Balls, and they wish
Yep.
Goku back to life. So
Ooh.
his halo disappears.
Oh, he has a halo when he's in.
Yeah,
we didn't
when he's
mention
in
that.
Otherworld.
Oh, yeah,
So he's
okay.
on
Had a
King
halo
Kai's planet. His halo disappears, and that's what kicks off that conversation of like, "Oh man, it's time. You got to go."
So they resurrected him, but he was still on this planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only get one wish. There's restrictions.
Sorry, real quick. Shen Yu is the
Ron.
dragon?
Shenron.
Shenron.
Yeah.
Chevron.
Chevron with Techron is the dragon.
Shenron Supreme with Techron. Simply smarter.
And so King Kai's like, "You got to go, bud." And Goku's like, "All right, I'm gonna run across all of Snake Way to get back to Earth. Here I go."
At least give him your car. Oh, he broke a car, huh? Isn't this ultimate godlike figure? Can't he just like get him there?
Actually, they're pretty good about King Kai's power. He is
okay.
he is godlike, but he definitely has limits.
The bad guys arrive on Earth and they blow up a bunch of city people. They land
man.
in the middle of a city, which breaks a building. And then that wasn't enough buildings for them. So they step out and Nappa blows up a huge swath of
Yeah,
the
as if
city.
he's just like stretching his legs.
Hmm.
Yeah, just annihilates it. It's like a topographic view and there's just a hole now.
I mean, he can't just blow up a planet like that.
Yeah.
So,
Right, yes, yep.
and why are they there?
They're gonna
Dragon Balls.
Dragon Balls.
Oh yeah.
So they use their Google Glass and they locate where the highest concentration of power levels are.
They find Piccolo.
Yeah, they find
they
Piccolo
find
and Gohan and Krillin and the rest of the crew. They recognize Piccolo and refer to him as A, Namekian, B, an Aurelian, or C, a Tuffle.
Tuffles were killed. I know Namekian is a thing, so I'm guessing that one.
Yeah,
That is
Yeah,
correct.
that's it.
Oh,
Yep.
cool.
Nailed it.
Got it.
You're doing
Nailed
really
it.
good on this quiz.
So the Saiyans arrive and they're like, you guys are going to be too easy to kill, so we're going to let our henchmen do it for us. How do the Saiyans summon their henchmen, the Cybermen?
Cybermen.
A, plant seeds in the ground. B, yell real loud. C, manifest them from their own energy.
It's Dragon Ball Z, so I'm gonna go with yell really loud.
I knew I'd get you.
You got me with that one.
Close.
They plant seeds in the ground.
That was my next guess.
They pull little seeds out and they put them in the ground, and 2 seconds later, these ugly ass
Mars attacks.
shrimpy Mars attacks looking
gremlins.
aliens pop up
Yeah.
and start fighting everybody.
Wow.
Yep. The first person to step up is one of the Z fighters, Yamcha. He walks up,
The baseball player.
the baseball player, and so he fights one of the Cybermen, and he's doing pretty okay until the Cyberman jumps on him and self-destructs, and Yamcha's dead.
Whoa.
Yep.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Boom.
Krillin gets really pissed off,
Krillin goes like nuts on the Cybermen. Like he is pissed that Yamcha's dead.
and then he kills a bunch of Cybermen,
All but one. I
all
think.
but one. One
Whoa.
hides in
By
a little
himself.
crack in a rock, and then the one in the crack in the rock jumps out and tries to murder Gohan, and then Piccolo catches him and blows him up.
Cool.
Just blows him up.
Super special beam.
No, it's just a regular blast. I think. I don't. Think
Yeah,
it's a
he
special
shoots
beam
it.
cannon.
He shoots it out of his friggin' mouth, though.
Oh, it's Piccolo's mouth beam.
It's Piccolo's mouth beam. So many people have mouth beams
That's
in the show.
worst. Can you get a beam out of any body part?
You can pretty much, I guess.
You'll find out.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
And so they have defeated all the Cybermen. Goku is still on his way.
Yep.
Haven't quite gotten there. The rest of the crew is now at home watching because there's news coverage from where the Saiyan pods landed in that city and blew up the whole city.
Yeah.
There's some weird stuff going on. This character who has been introduced before as part of the Z Fighters, but isn't actually with the Z Fighters fighting. His name is Yajirobe. He's kind of like this rotund, chubbier samurai looking guy.
Mm.
He walks into the city where the Saiyan pods have landed. There's a dog who is investigating. He walks up.
He's the chief of police.
The dog is the chief of police. And so
What?
the chief of police dog
No!
is investigating.
No!
Yeah,
He speaks English.
No!
he's got a mustache.
It's a dog!
You say dogs can't be the chief of police?
I am saying
What
that!
if they have a mustache?
What is this world? What is this?
It's Earth.
No, it's not. There are dinosaurs and dog chief of police. This honestly sounds like a story that my daughter made up. Like she just slung together. Okay, so the chief of police, Mr. Ruffum.
Yajirobe calls him Officer Bonehead.
Yeah.
Or Inspector Bonehead or something.
Inspector
like that.
Bonehead.
Hey, that
yeah.
is Captain Bonehead to you.
Everybody's investigating the exploded city, but they're not investigating the 2 Saiyan pods. Yajirobe walks over to the Saiyan pods and says, "Those are where the things are coming from." The only reason I know that is because I'm part of Earth's elite special forces unit. And then they all start vying for who's going to get the exclusive interview. And then we cut to Kami House, and everybody's there watching TV. And then suddenly the news crews all start surrounding the Saiyans, and then the Saiyans blow up some of the news crews. This is a little slightly bit out of order, but it doesn't matter. Yes, so Bulma watches Yamcha die, and Bulma was in a relationship with Yamcha, and then wasn't in a relationship with Yamcha, and then was.
But they were still in love, and he thought it was going to work out. It would be if, like, Ross died and Rachel was just left there.
Yeah, she'd probably move on pretty fast.
Well, yeah. But we, as the audience, wouldn't.
No, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, poor Bulma.
It's actually kind of impressive how they
it's a
were
good
able to pull
moment.
in all this freaking Snake Lady chaos. There are moments where you're surprised at how well they
Actually
get
true
emotions.
moments of compassion that you have for these characters and the show.
Huh.
All of that is happening. The Saiyans are like, all right, guess it's our time to fight. So Nappa steps up to the plate. He's like, I'm going to beat y'all up. Nappa's this huge, like 6'80", huge dude.
He's bald. He has a mustache.
Yes.
You might have
That's
seen him
cool.
before.
Yes, he's literally mustache twirling. He looks like, when you imagine a mustache twirling villain, make that villain bald.
And it's him.
Then it's him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here is a question for you. Tien loses his arm thanks to Nappa. How?
Oh, man.
Yep.
Wait, does Piccolo still only have one arm?
Piccolo, no.
Oh, he
so
just grows it back.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that. He just,
Oh, yeah.
he just, and it just pops out.
Yeah. It just launches out of his arm. Or out of his stump, rather.
He's a Namekian, not a demon. He's an actual alien. That's part of their
Oh, okay.
regeneration
They can just do
process.
that.
I was going to say, what are the rules of this world? I can't figure them out. Dogs can be chief of police.
He's a little special.
Okay.
So, all right.
Tien, three-eyed human.
Three-eyed human guy loses his arm thanks to Nappa. How? A, the disco bomber attack.
Oh,
B, Nappa's sword. C, he punches it off.
oof, this is a tough one because that disco one is really calling my name. But I want to say punches it off.
That's because he punches it off. Yeah.
Really? He just
Yeah.
punches it right, arm gone.
Yeah, Nappa gets really pissed off and he screams. And this is the episode where everything that you hate about Dragon Ball Z is
It starts up.
it
Okay.
starts. It begins. Nappa goes. Hang on,
Sorry,
I'm doing the thing
excuse
here.
me. Yeah,
All right,
continue.
and then he gets covered in energy, and then he punches Tien's arm off.
Wow, we haven't had that up until this point in
Correct.
the story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's actually very surprising.
How many episodes is that?
This is like at
episode
least
20
something.
something.
Wow,
25,
that's kind of
26.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they just decided this is the best part of the show. Let's put it in all the time.
We don't know.
Okay.
It might just be
Yeah.
like the part that gets the most press because I was surprised at how long it took to get up
Mhm.
to this point.
Okay, because maybe it's just the culmination, and that's
Yeah.
what people like
Yeah,
exactly.
find cool and memorable.
Yes.
Okay.
Punches his arm off.
Okay. Yep.
Many characters make heroic sacrifices to stall while Goku is on his way. How many of them actually matter? A, all 4 of them. B, 2. C, maybe 1, I guess.
Maybe one, I guess. It's got to be maybe one, I guess.
That is correct.
That is correct. Yes. And let's run through them right quick. Remember the weird little doll that is a vampire that is a baby?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he self-destructs
So
and
that he can
dies.
save Tien, the guy who loses his arm.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't
do
work.
anything. Yamcha's already dead.
He
so
like
that's
grabs
2.
onto Nappa and he self-destructs. And you think Nappa's dead, but he's not dead. He's
Yeah.
not even like winded, really.
No, it's a
Bummer.
fly running into the windshield of your truck.
Oh.
Then Tien gets all pissed off because his baby vampire Russian doll is dead.
Sure.
And so he fires a big old beam, and that blasts some of Nappa's armor off.
Yep.
But then also it kills Tien, and he's dead now too.
Bummer. Just like a glancing blow gets him.
He puts his life force in it to make
So
it
Tien basically gave his life force to this beam
to try to kill
scratch his
Nappa,
arm.
and he doesn't do it.
He doesn't do it at all.
We already went over Yamcha. He's dead.
Yeah, the remaining three, Gohan, Krillin, and Piccolo, make a plan to go after Nappa. They're going to grab his tail, just like they did to Raditz.
It just seems like the number one plan, guys. Like maybe start with that one.
In the end, Nappa's going after Gohan,
He is a child,
and
so
he fires a freaking beam out of his hand or somewhere, probably his eyes. I don't even remember. And Piccolo runs in front of the beam and tanks it for Gohan.
oh, he dies.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's coming right for Gohan. It's going to hit him, and Gohan's going to die, and Piccolo gets there at the last
I
second.
knew Piccolo had it in
jumps in
him
it.
all along.
Yep, and then Piccolo has a moment.
Solid, bro.
Where he like cries for Gohan.
He's like,
you were
it's-
my only friend.
Yeah, it's
only friend
crazy
I've
to
ever read.
think how far I've come from wanting to kill Goku to sacrificing myself to save his son.
You get all these feelings, and it's great. Way to go, Piccolo.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Why is your name so dumb?
Goku finally arrives.
Yes, Goku finally gets there.
Okay,
Um,
can we just tell how did he get from beginning of Snake Way to Earth?
Oh,
He's been training with King Kai. He's gotten used to the gravity, so he can move faster.
Uh-huh.
Because he's been training, he can fly. He can fly without losing as much stamina. So
Right, he's got tons of stamina because he's been running 10,000 miles.
exactly.
For however long
Like
it is.
twice,
Twice.
and then training
Twice
on
and a
high
half.
gravity. So he
Yep.
takes off from King Kai's planet and he flies. He's just booking it.
Oh, he
and
flies.
Yeah, he's like the whole way. He's just like zooming as fast as he can.
Dang.
So he passes by Princess Snake's palace. He passes by the street sweeper again. He
they
passes.
got a new one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, and then he falls back into
and then,
hell
he, and
again.
then he falls back down.
No! He's just got out, probably.
Like everything that he passed on his way, he's passing by again. He gets to King Yama's desk. Again, King Yama's like, "Oh man, you made it!" And he's like, "I gotta go, King Yama." And Kami's there, the old guardian of Earth, to take him back. He takes Goku back, and they arrive on Kami's palace, the big lookout tower. And Goku's like, "Gotta go!" Like this is over the course of like 3 episodes,
Yep.
and then he finally gets there, and he lands, and he looks at Yamcha's body, and Tien's body, and Chaozu's body, his hat,
His hat,
because it's the only thing that's left.
Yep. And then, he lands there after Piccolo's
Yeah, and
sacrifice, yes.
Piccolo's body, and
Yeah.
he's pissed. Goku doesn't say anything,
Yeah.
like at all. He just walks up and starts beating the shit out of Nappa.
Like, just annihilating Nappa.
Really?
Yeah.
Just absolutely
I mean, of
annihilating.
course.
No contest.
He does also get magic beans from his friend, the cat.
Oh,
Korin
that's
the
right.
cat.
As he's jumping off Kami Tower, there's like a tiny tower below, and that's where the Korin, the talking cat, the other talking cat, lives.
Okay,
And he's
right.
like, "Hey, Korin, I need sensu beans." And Korin's like, "Okay," and he chucks him as Goku's falling, and he catches him.
And they're magic beans that fully heal you and restore your stamina.
They're called sensu beans.
And so he breaks one of the beans in half and he gives it to
Krillin.
So he eats the cat beans, and then
he dies.
And then Goku fights Nappa. And this is your question.
From which orifice does Nappa's final attack come from? A, his nose. B, his mouth. C, his eyes.
Mouth.
Correct.
Correct
beam.
again. God damn, you were good at this game.
He unhinges his
Killing it.
entire jaw and blasts a mouth beam at Goku. And I think it hits Goku.
Goku just tanks it, and Nappa is just infuriated beyond all reason.
Finally, all the stuff that's been happening, our heroes have been doing to Nappa unsuccessfully, or the villains are doing to our heroes unsuccessfully.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Those turntables have turned.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. That's what's happening.
But
And
I mean, can we just take a moment to recognize how far Goku's come? Because he got his ass beat by
Raditz.
Raditz,
Raditz,
who
yep.
apparently is the smallest Billy Goat.
that's
and
right.
these are the two bigger Billy Goats,
Yeah.
bruh.
Vegeta hasn't really moved
Right.
at
He
all
hasn't
at this
done
point.
anything yet, but he's just wailing on him.
Yep.
Yep.
That'll tell you about gravity. Like you,
That's exactly
That
right.
actually comes into play later.
Vegeta tells Nappa, "Look, your fight's done. All right, buddy. It's my turn. I'm going to step in here. It's my turn. I'm going to actually do something." Nappa says, "Well, I'm going to be really bored, so I guess I'm just going to beat up Goku's son. I'm going to beat up Kakarot's son." And he charges for Goku's son, and he's going to murder him. Goku
probably doesn't like that.
doesn't like that and uses an attack that he learns from King Kai.
Ooh.
What is the name of the attack? A, KO Ken. B, KO Barbie. C, KO Stacy.
Ken. It's got to be Ken.
It is Ken.
Okay, thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Was there a moment where you thought it might be KO Barbie?
What about KO Stacy?
KO Stacy was my next guess.
Okay.
Because I would have to quit the podcast if it was KO Barbie.
So he uses Kaioken technique, which covers him in red. It's not fluid. What?
Energy. It's an aura.
That's a different thing than fluid.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he charges at Nappa and breaks his spine in a single attack, and then he catches him in the same
Yeah, it's
move.
like when Bane breaks Batman's back, except
Cool.
the body types are flipped.
Cool.
It's sweet.
I mean, Nappa's not dead yet. Nappa
He's just
has
snap.
his back broken. Goku just flings him in front of Vegeta.
Might as well
and-
call him Snappa now.
God damn, dude.
That's awesome.
But he
Um, Nappa's like, Vegeta, help me. And Vegeta's like, okay. And Vegeta grabs Nappa, throws him up into the air, blasts him, and Nappa dies.
what?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
just killed his traveling companion?
Yeah. Vegeta's
Yeah.
like, you're useless to me. If you
Damn,
can't win
son.
this battle, you're useless. I'm going to take over from here.
And then Vegeta gets his ass beat by Goku too.
Actually,
No, he doesn't.
Well,
Because
so-
we have to have a arc too or whatever.
Yeah, so in the first fight, in the first like 1v1, it's Goku versus Vegeta, and Vegeta outplays Goku a little bit, and then Goku uses Kaioken, and then he beats up Vegeta, and Vegeta's like, oh, that's not cool. And Vegeta starts to push back Goku, and Goku uses Kaioken ×2, and so starts to beat up Vegeta even
he
more.
gets even more red.
Even more red in ×2.
Well, okay. So he
Okay.
got redder, and
Yeah.
he put a 2 at the end of his
Yeah.
move.
Yeah.
All right, and so then they're fighting some
Their
more.
creativity is done. Like they've had it. They've
And-
gotten everything.
And so they're fighting some more, and Vegeta starts doing interesting moves. He's throwing like fireballs at Goku. He's shooting energy waves and stuff like that. And then Goku uses his most powerful technique that we've seen so far, which is called the Kaioken ×3.
Oh my hell no! Don't come on. Like, as a writer, you know what you're doing, right?
And it's the best because this is where like the full Eric effect is happening. Like
It is.
his muscles bulge, the veins pop, he's screaming for like
Oh,
20
so much
seconds
screaming.
as he's powering up.
Gross.
Vegeta is upset. He can't believe he's actually being outplayed by this low-class Saiyan.
Seriously.
And so he charges up his planet-killing laser called the Garlic Gun.
It's called the Gatlic gun.
Gallic Gun.
Gallic gun.
Alex? Gaelic?
It just translates to
I like
garlic.
that I'm correcting you, and I'm the asshole that's calling it the Garlic Gun. Oh my god!
It's the Gallic gun.
I have no right to call it anything but Garlic Gun now. God damn! So he charges up his laser, and Goku on the ground. He tells Goku, "You can either dodge this laser and the planet will explode, or you can take this laser and die." So he's charging his laser, and Goku says,
they can't stop him before he charges it.
Oh, Goku at this point is shredded.
He's spent.
The thing about the Kaioken technique is it like makes you powerful for a little bit, but as soon as you use your
Gotcha.
attack, it just
You're
kills
done.
you.
He doesn't
And-
have any magic beans left.
He does not.
No.
He's
Well, he
used them
should have
all.
kept the one that Krillin's been. Seriously.
Goku then, in order to try and face off, charges up a Kamehameha, and they fire the beams, and they start crashing against each other, and the discharge is causing all sorts of weird weather anomalies and shit.
How are they shooting these beams from their hand?
Just their
their
hands,
hands.
just like holding it out. Do you ever see the Mortal Kombat movie and how Raiden shoots lightning? It's just that.
Oh, okay.
You ever see Dragon Ball Z?
It's just
Like-
that.
No, I haven't.
All right, so Goku is maintaining this Kamehameha, and he realizes, oh, I might not win this one. I guess I'm going to have to involve the most dangerous technique to date.
Guess what it is?
Guess what it is?
If it is Kaioken 4, I am gonna punch someone.
So he says Kaioken ×4.
No! Did they actually say those words?
Yeah.
They do.
No!
Then it makes his
No! How can this be a thing? Like, these guys are creative enough to come up with whatever the hell we've just talked about for the last
2 hours.
2
Yeah,
hours.
stuff like special beam cannon. Yeah.
But you can't come up with 3 other names for a secret move?
No. So
Like, you're just done.
so he
Just put a 4 on the end of it.
Yeah.
I'm done. Just get this effing show up over.
yeah, he's so
Wow.
oh my god. His Kamehameha is now super thick and big and strong, and it blasts Vegeta up into the atmosphere. And Vegeta rolls off of the beam like, ow, that hurt. He realizes, okay, the only possible way that I'm going to be able to beat Goku is if I transform into a giant monkey.
Of course.
Yeah.
Do they become like mindless when they go?
Gohan has.
Okay.
Gohan was.
Yes.
But they're obviously more seasoned. So
What are the waves of energy that turn Saiyans into monkeys? Is it A, simian radiation, B, Blutz waves, or C, the Giro frequency?
the first one, simian waves,
Simian radiation.
radiation.
Incorrect. It's
Damn
Blutz. It's Blutz waves.
Or Blunt's waves.
Blunt's
Blunt's waves?
Or
Blart's
Blart's
waves.
Or Blart's
No one really,
waves.
no one really knows.
Vegeta says like 5 different things. He says it's the Blunt's waves, and he says it's the Blutz waves, and then he says it's, what did you say?
Blart's way.
The Blatz waves?
Yeah, the Blurt's waves. The Blart's waves. We heard it a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
So the way it works
Yes.
is
Blart's way.
solar radiation reflects off the moon and hits the Saiyan, and that's what creates the ape. But in the reflection, there's these waves that are created.
Yeah.
And they've trained themselves, these Saiyans, to be able to reproduce this energy whenever they want
Well,
using their
that's
special technique. So
You know what's
Yeah.
cool? When I can just make sunlight whenever I want.
it's moonlight. It's
It's
just
Blutz waves!
yeah, it's Blutz wave. So he creates a big ball of he creates a big Blutz ball and tosses it in the air.
That's right.
Ball.
Which is also a game they play on Planet Saiyan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's
Planet
my favorite game
Vegeta.
in Final Fantasy X.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I know. It's just...
Vegeta starts transforming into a giant ape. There's another fake moon over the sky. Gohan and Krillin, who have flown away from the battle to try to get not dead, see this giant moon, and they're like, "Oh no!" Gohan's like, "Oh no, my dad needs help. I'm not going to run from fights anymore. We got to go help him."
How's the moon back? It was destroyed.
It's a fake moon made by Blurt's waves. That's what they see.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
Vegeta's a big monkey, which, by the way, every time we've seen Gohan turn into a big giant monkey, it blows off his clothes. And this time, Vegeta's clothes just stretch with him.
Well, it's Saiyan armor, so technically that would make sense. So
Why not?
Vegeta's a giant monkey now. He talks.
Yeah.
He's
As a monkey?
Yeah, as a
Okay.
monkey. He walks around. He knows what he's doing, and he's fighting Goku
Okay.
like hardcore, like throwing Goku on the ground and then punching his legs.
He stomps on his legs and breaks his legs.
Yeah.
He's
Dang.
pinning him there. And in a final effort to defeat Goku, Vegeta creates another fake moon and turns into a giant monkey.
right.
I like that you
okay.
capitalized giant monkey.
Giant monkey.
Proper noun.
What move does he use to try and kill Goku once and for all? The one-finger death punch, the shining falcon flash, or the patented ape stomp?
Ape stomp, dude. That's just too good. It's gotta be ape stomp.
Oh my god. Well, he doesn't actually say the name of anything.
But that's
Oh, okay.
yeah. This is.
That's what it is.
But it
literally.
absolutely is the one finger death
One finger
punch.
death punch.
Oh, man.
He pulls out one finger and he goes, ah! He's going down from ape velocity and he's going to poke him until he dies from it.
That's the final move.
That's his finishing move.
Like he broke his legs. They've been shooting beams out of every orifice they have. he stomped his legs into nothingness,
Yep.
and he's gonna poke him to death.
Yep.
But he doesn't.
But he doesn't.
What?
Yeah. I was
Does he
waiting
miss?
for
What
that.
happens?
I was waiting for the now you want to know.
I mean, this is a serious poke. This is no Facebook poke we're talking about
Is this
here.
when it happens?
Yeah.
The thing that I hate so very much?
Well, there's some other bullshit, but those just, yeah.
Okay, so Krillin and Gohan get there and they're like, "Oh man, we need to cut off his tail." So Krillin does his famous move that we've actually seen before, but forgot to mention, called the Destructo Disc, which is exactly what it sounds like. And he throws the disc, and Ape Vegeta jumps over it, so it misses. And then all that happens, and he's about to do the one finger death punch, and then out of nowhere, his tail is severed, and he begins turning back into regular Vegeta.
Ooh.
And it's the samurai known only as Yajirobe.
the chubby samurai who called that Inspector Bonehead.
Yeah, he shows up with his sword
He's
and he chops off the tail.
Cuts his tail off.
He's actually been
It's
there
up-
for a while,
yeah.
saying really ridiculous, stupid shit off in the corner, but he literally does nothing until this moment.
Oh,
So
wow. Okay. Does anyone know he's there?
Krillin and Gohan do at this point, but for the majority of
Okay.
his time, no, nobody
I
knows he's
really
there.
wish Dr. Bow Wow or whatever, Detective Inspector Bone, or
wow.
bit off his tail instead, but I guess this is the samurai makes a little more sense.
Vegeta turns into a regular man again, but it's not like he's like debilitated, so they're just gonna get their ass beat again. And
Again.
Goku is like,
But Goku
Useless.
can take him as a human.
yeah, but his
Goku's-
legs are broken
yeah,
and he's all
right.
Who
bloody.
needs
and-
legs when you can fly, son?
Well,
Just get your
we forgot
Nimbus
to mention
cloud.
that After he broke his legs, Vegeta picked him up and just started crumpling him like a piece
Ow.
of paper.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's true. That did
Yeah.
happen.
Yes. And so Goku is a million pieces of bones
He's
inside
done.
of a flesh
Yeah.
balloon.
Okay.
Right before Goku was crushed, he had to use his other secret technique that King Kai taught him. It's not called Kaioken 5. It's called
it was special enough to get a name.
yeah, it's called the Spirit Bomb. So he tries charging it, but Vegeta stops him pretty early on. So while he's lying there useless, Krillin comes over and Goku's like, "Hey, I managed to save some of that Spirit Bomb. It didn't all go to waste, but I need you to take it and throw it at Vegeta and end this thing once and for all." And Krillin's like, "Okay." And so they hold hands, and Goku gives the energy over to Krillin. Krillin's like, "Wow, this is more energy than I make in a year." And then he's able to form the energy into a ball. King Kai talks to Krillin via telepathy, and he's like, "The Spirit Bomb is very special. You got to wait until it tells you that it needs to be thrown, because if you miss this, then the Earth is doomed. So don't screw it up, Cue Ball." And and Vegeta's wailing on Gohan at this point because he wants Goku to watch him defeat his son. Finally, he sees this moment, and Yajirobe, this guy that cut off the tail's like, "Hey, don't screw it up." Except he actually says, "Throw it, you moron." Krillin throws it, but as he's throwing it, Vegeta sees it coming. He turns around, and he's like, "What the hell is that?" And so he jumps over it, just like he jumped over the Destructo Disc when he was a giant ape.
Oh.
And then Goku has a telepathic conversation with his son because the Spirit Bomb's headed right toward him.
Oh no.
Because Vegeta jumped over it. And Goku's like, "Hey, son,
You just bounce it back.
just bounce it back and everything will be fine."
What?
And then Gohan does it. And
Why doesn't Vegeta just do it?
because he's pure of heart, if you want an actual reason.
So he can bounce back the Spirit Bomb.
Because the
which
Spirit
is
Bomb
full
is made
health,
up of the energy of all the life in the
it's
world.
like a
It's
good guy
collected from
move.
trees and water
Yeah.
and fish and animals, and it's
Yes.
pure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
Spirit Bomb hits Vegeta. Vegeta blasts off, and everybody's like, "Yeah, we did it. We killed Vegeta." And then he falls out of the sky.
It just hurt him a lot.
It just
And
hurt
he's
him a
still
lot.
there.
And he's still there. And Krillin's like, "Oh, man, I'm so glad we're never going to have to look at his ugly face again." And then Vegeta goes, "Whose ugly face?" Because he's still alive.
Uh-oh.
And he stands up and he slaps Krillin so hard that Krillin coughs up blood for 30 straight seconds.
Yeah.
What?
And then he goes after Gohan, who at this point is not really able to handle the situation any further either.
That was their last ditch ever. The
I
Spirit
know.
Bomb.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Oh, wait. Spirit Bomb 2.
And he's-
It's coming. I know it.
I swear to God, you've either read the manga or you've watched the show, because it's weird how close you are to all these things. So Yajirobe actually pokes out of the shadows now that Vegeta's super weak and slices him with his samurai sword.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
dude.
Slices him
Wait
to
for
the-
I
everyone
know.
else to beat him
I
up.
know.
Swoop in and steal the kill. Sounds like someone else I know.
Yeah, Yajirobe.
Isaac.
Oh my God. So it cuts through his Saiyan armor and Vegeta hits the ground. And Yajirobe starts doing a little bit of a end zone dance. I did it. I killed the guy. And then Vegeta starts standing up again. And there's a good 20 seconds where he could have also stabbed Vegeta as he's standing up, because Vegeta is crippled at this point. He is upset physically. He lets him stand up because he's too afraid. And then Vegeta starts pounding Yajirobe, just annihilating him.
He deserves it.
He does deserve it. It was so satisfying.
Yes.
He does so
Yep.
much stuff.
I
He
feel
does
like we
nothing
hate
in the
him.
show.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
hate
mind him.
He does
Personally,
nothing. He
he's-
gets so
eh.
much screen time for somebody that does absolutely nothing.
He's a schlub, but
Until
I don't
this,
hate
like
him.
we've only mentioned him when he's relevant.
Yeah.
He literally is around a lot more than that, and he does nothing.
Yeah. Goku telepathically speaks to his son and says, "Gohan, look up at the ball of Blute's waves.
'Cause it's still up
Gohan,
there.
because it's still floating there.
Guess
Oh.
Look
what's
at the
back?
ball. Guess what's back? It's Gohan's monkey tail.
What?
This is
no
back.
way.
Yep, it's back. So Gohan turns into a giant friggin' monkey, and he's out of control. And then Goku talks to him telepathically again and says, "Hey, Gohan, don't kill all your friends. Kill Vegeta."
I mean, that's sound advice. Did Goku like ever show signs of telepathy
No.
before this?
No,
Nope.
he
boom,
does it quite
okay.
a few times.
Yeah.
But no.
When the plot needs him to be able to speak to someone who's
Cool.
not
Well,
right
because
next
like
to him.
Nappa and Vegeta do it at least
Yeah.
once in that bug episode.
In the bug episode, that's where we learn that the Saiyans are apparently just super psychic.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
Piccolo's done it before.
If
It's
you're
confusing.
super powerful, you can do it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess
Yeah,
so.
I guess. Sure.
Vegeta's like, shit, I got to get rid of that tail because he's actually smart and doesn't want to blow up the moon. And so he uses Destructo Disc, which Krillin just tried to use on him, but apparently Vegeta can learn it that quick.
Wow.
So he uses it, chops off Gohan's tail. Vegeta's like, oh no, that monkey's fallen and I can't get out of the way. So he gets crushed by Gohan the monkey as he's turning back into a 6-year-old, 5-year-old kid. And that's
that defeats him?
And that's what defeats him. Finally,
defeats him. He's crippled. He's on the ground. He's been crushed by a giant monkey. There's a naked 5-year-old kid right next to him.
Ugh.
Yeah, he pulls out like a cell phone out of his breast pocket and he hits like a couple buttons on it, and then it summons his pod, which is currently under investigation by the Men in Black.
And then the pod flies to him, and Vegeta starts crawling toward the pod
Because he's annihilated.
He's given up.
He's done.
He doesn't want to fight anymore.
He's done. This whole time he's been talking about his pride and how strong he is, and how he's the best Saiyan, the Prince of all Saiyans, the blah, 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 blah.
And they just let him crawl
He's
into his
retreating.
thing?
He's retreating.
As he's going, Krillin's like, I'm crippled and I'm almost dead, but I'm going to crawl towards you now. I'm going to kill you. So he gets to his feet as best he can. He takes Yajirobe's sword, and right as he's going to stab, Goku talks to him telepathically and says to not do it. And then there's like this minute-long speech about how we're better than him by showing mercy toward him, and think about how Piccolo used to be evil and what he did for Gohan, and how I'm a Saiyan. Like, not all Saiyans are bad. We've got to give him the chance because someday he could come over to our side just like Piccolo did.
Mm.
So we got to let him go. We got to give him the chance. And Krillin like fights him on it pretty hard. But by the end of the speech, it's pretty good. We got to show him what it means to be merciless.
To not be merciless.
To not be merciless. He actually specifically says when I come back here, I'm going to kill all of you. So
yeah, that's what Vegeta says.
So
Vegeta
maybe
said
good
that?
decision, maybe bad decision.
Yep. And then, so he tears off into space. End the first saga.
Wow.
That's it.
Crushed by a giant monkey.
Yeah, what a way to go.
What a way to go. Wow. Wow.
How do you feel?
There is so much I can't even form words anymore. Like, I don't even know what to think. Did you guys hear yourself telling this story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can you be fans of what you just talked about?
Because it's spread over the course of 10 hours or so, and it doesn't. The weird stuff doesn't feel that bad.
As we were telling it, I had the same thought that you kind of mentioned. It sounds like we are little kids telling a story.
Yeah.
That we're just making up as we're going along.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do Kamehameha 2. No, wait, I'm gonna do Kamehameha 3. It's Kamehameha Infinity Double Stamp No Erases. Like, that's what it feels like at this point.
Oh man, it gets so much worse / better.
Yeah.
It's both. It becomes both.
So anything else I need to know?
Or
Me
can
too.
I go forever?
This was a lot of fun.
I'm glad that you think that.
I'm glad that you're a good liar.
The story, there's no sense. There's nothing structurally sound about this or any way tying it together. I just can't handle it.
Are you gonna check out the show?
I'm not watching the show
You say that now.
now.
Just wait till next time.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the good pieces in it that you guys like. Like, I can tell there's some good story moments. There's some really powerful like speeches and moments and things like that. But
You got to go through some stuff.
you gotta go through some shit, man.
Yeah.
Obviously, we
Like-
tried to amplify the best parts for your benefit, but
I mean,
it's
it's
still there.
all of that was 6 hours.
Well,
No, it's
10 hours?
it's around 10, I think, because there's
Yeah.
30 episodes and they're roughly 3 per hour. And that's
That's
just
right.
season 1.
Yeah.
That's yeah. How many episodes are there?
293, I think. Something like that.
And that was only.
That was 35.
35.
Oh boy! What have I got myself into? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Watching you guys play the video game helped me a lot. I needed something to ground me in some way.
For this very first saga, this first stretch, we give you a nice pillow, a
Yeah.
nice safety net.
Yeah, it's nice.
Coming up next, we're taking off your
Oh.
underwear.
No more kid gloves.
I don't know why I said it like that.
The underwear's coming off. Okay. We
John,
need to
go home.
Broke John.
Thank you for listening to Eric Hates Dragon Ball Z.
Give him a next time.
I'm so tired.
Me too.
Next time on Eric Hates Dragon Ball Z.
I still hate Dragon Ball Z.
Thanks for joining us, Eric, and we'll see you in, I don't know, we probably won't wait until the end of the entire season. I feel like whenever there's like a moment where we're like, okay,
Yeah.
that feels like an ending.
Like it might be
Yeah.
better.
Like it might be better to keep you on a little bit more frequently. And
Probably a good move.
Whatever you guys want.
You want to watch it with us?
oh, you can watch it with us if you want.
Not whatever you guys want. You're all fans. I love all of you to death.
Well, not everybody's a fan. There's some people listening because they are with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
good. I love
so-
you people even more.
I'm hoping they get a kick out of this episode.
Yeah.
Well, stay hateful, my friends.
Goodbye. Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to Eric Hates Dragon Ball Z. If you like the podcast and want to support us, you can do so at kofi.com/EricHatesDBZ or check out our Twitter at EricHatesDBZ. The music is done by John Good. You can listen to his stuff on SoundCloud under the name Burn7. Go ahead and check that out. He is fantastic and we love him, so go listen to it. We also have his sister podcast, Tales of Nowhere. Check that out if you got some free time. It's awesome. We take one cast of characters and jump through different RPG games. It's a lot of fun. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for listening to Eric Hates Dragon Ball Z. We couldn't do this without the fans, so we appreciate you guys spending your time and just hanging out, listening to me bitch and moan, and these guys fan out over Dragon Ball Z. So, thanks. Appreciate it. Have a good day. Stay safe. Feel the love and stuff. I'm gonna stop talking now. Bye. 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 Bye.